Alright, it's on. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's so good to see you. It's so good of you to watch me in this vlog. You know, I really appreciate it when people actually watch me and they have an opinion about me, good or bad. Because even if it's good or bad, that means I've made an impact to them, to the world. Ooh, what do you know? I'm some sort of villain now, am I? My name is Clyde, to all those who don't know me, and I have a main channel called Jacko's Edit. I represent Jacko's Edit and my people with me. And today's video vlog, it's going to be slightly different because I'm going to be reading off a post that I've written a week ago. Okay, this post received hundreds of likes and very positive feedback from my audience, and I think it's essential for the world to see this as a video rather than a post. You know, this is how good it is. Oh, got a notification. I'll check that out later. But basically, this post received a big amount of positive feedback from my audience. Some of them were saying how deep it was and that they really needed to hear it. Others were confessing their actual mind, their heart out into the comment section, because some of them were writing in like paragraphs. Yeah, you know, that's how big this post is and how important it is for you to know. And this is what I'm gonna give out to you. What is this post about anyway? It's all about people not understanding you. Okay? Weakness and strengths. That's what this post is all about. But before I begin, I want to give you 3 disclaimers. 1, do not take me seriously. I'm just an entertainer. Everything I say, do not take it to heart. 2, wherever you live, follow the rules of the land that you are living in. Be a good citizen, like me. Oh, believe me, I can be bad sometimes. Some of my friends know this. And number 3, be an adult as you watch me. And if you're gonna get offended by swear words, then I advise you to turn this video off, because I'm not for the weak people who can't take swear words without being like, oh, he swore, he must be a bad person. I can be bad, I can be good. You know, everyone has 2 sides in them. But anyways, let's not get into that. Let's get into the actual vlog, shall we? So, I'm gonna read out to you what I've written right now. And as I read to it, I'll also analyze it, so you'll have a better understanding. Here we go. People just don't get you, don't they? Whenever you start talking to them, they're like, what? I don't get you. No matter how many times you try to relate to them by talking about school, hobbies, interests, and events that happened in weekends, they still don't understand you. But you know, there is actually one thing that they will understand, that you and them share something in common with. I, for one, don't ever have to talk to you just for me to get to you. By looking at you in the face or knowing that you exist, I know that this will be something you will understand. And that is pain. Oh, you are facing a huge amount of pain in your life. And you can nod your head and be like, yes, that's true. I am in a lot of mental pain. You ask yourself, why is this that you feel this way? Feeling down, worthless, and in a lot of mental pain. And because the source of all your pain overwhelms your mind, your thinking, your mind, you start thinking about why this is happening to you. You start looking for external stimuli to escape from the painful reality. Stimuli like movies, going to parties, taking drugs, and all these habits that doesn't truly resolves your issues with pain. And I say stimulus because these things are temporary. You know, I was in a party not long ago, and one of my friends, she got a little bit, she drank a little bit too much, and so I wanted to check up on her. Alright, she was upstairs in a bathroom with her two other friends, looking after her. And as I climbed up the stairs, there was this girl sitting in a hallway all by herself on a chair. And to me, it almost appeared like some sort of horror movie where you're in like a mansion and then the villain is just waiting for you in a hallway. Well, this was the case. It seemed like she was the villain. But basically, I asked her what she was doing, and she said she was thinking. About what? I asked. Life, she said with her darling-like voice. And my point is, even if you are in a place of joy and celebration, there will always be that thought at the back of your head of, pain. Okay, something about your reality, which probably is about pain. Because, when I'm like in a place of joy, there will always be that thought at the back of my head of, what's gonna happen next after this is over. I'm gonna have to go back to the painful reality. It's like going from a holiday, you're having fun, but then once the holiday is over, you have to go back to your work, go back to school, go back to the shitty job that you're in. And that's painful. Okay, that's painful sometimes. At least to me it is. When I see myself being kind of receding from feeling good. Okay, rather than moving forward, I feel like I'm receding when I'm in certain situations, like working or doing something that I'm not really fond in doing. Let's move on. Stimuli like movies, parties, drugs, and all these habits that doesn't truly resolve your issues with pain. Knowing me, I like to help and give solutions, and that's true. In every vlogs that I've made, I've given solutions for you to go about your business. I mean, you can choose to follow these solutions at your own will, but if it's up to you to do what you want. Rather than asking yourself, why is this happening to me? Ask yourself, how can I change from this? When you ask yourself, why is this happening to me? You're surrounding yourself with negative energy that is keeping you from moving forward. You'll start thinking about the dark past upsetting you even more. What I mean by that is, why is this happening to me? Life sucks. If you start talking to a person like that with that attitude, that's when they won't get you. But when you ask yourself, how can I change from this? You're continuously surrounding yourself with positive energy that will move you forward. You'll start thinking about the bright future. You'll develop as a person. What I mean by that is you'll start thinking about plans and ideas to becoming a better person than you were in the past. And when you figured out how you can overcome the excruciating mental pain that you're facing, the next time you talk to someone, they will understand you. Okay? They will understand you. Why is that? Because people respond well to strength. They will understand strength. People will not respond well to weakness. They will not understand your weakness as they have their own weakness to worry about. Right? And that's true. If you talk about your weakness to someone, like your girlfriend, they won't give a fuck. They won't give a fuck. They have their own worries and their own problems to face, their own battles to face. Oh, but she's my girlfriend. We're here together to help resolve, build upon one another. Well, if you're a guy, at least a guy like me, I don't necessarily like to show my weakness. Not to girls, especially not to girls, not to my friends, and even not to my family. Oh, why is that? You should be open about these things to people you trust. The thing is, here's the thing, let me tell you something. They're your friends. They expect you to, well, they don't really expect anything, but they're your friends. Show them strength, because that's why they're your friends, right? This thing where how can you be treated with higher value? well, you can be treated with higher value by your friends if you speak to them from a place of strength. People respond well to strength. They will not respond well to weakness. If you start talking to your friends about your weakness, why life sucked, why this happened, why you broke up, why you got scammed, to your friends, at that moment, maybe they will worry about you, but as soon as you show them your weakness, they will use it against you. Oh, but they shouldn't be your friends in the first place. This is why betrayal happens in friendships. This is why betrayal happens in, whoever you put your trust in. You thought you trusted that person by talking about your weakness, but in the end, they used it against you. So what do? You speak in a place of strength next time. All right? Okay, let me tell you one more thing. As a friend, as a good friend, I make it my responsibility to inspire them, right? I make it my responsibility to bring strength to their actions, to motivate them, to lead them to a good and successful pathway. Well, but you get my gist, right? I'm for strength. I'm for encouraging my friends. I'm not for, tearing them down. The quickest way to tear them down is by talking about how shitty your situation is. What do you expect to hear from them, right? You think they're gonna care about that? No, they have their own worries to care about. They have their own worries to care about. But they won't be a good friend if they're not caring about you. You're a friend with them for a reason. Maybe you two share a common interest like video games. You two like watching the same movies. You two are just classmates, getting classwork done. They're not your psychiatrist. They're not your teacher. They're not your tutor, that's for sure. So you treat them like a friend, Some of you guys, you make the mistake of making your girlfriend your psychiatrist. No, she's your girlfriend. She wants to be with a guy who is mentally stable because she herself is looking for strength in her life. She doesn't want to settle with a wussy guy who doesn't know how to handle shit in life. No, she looks up to you, and that's what you must show the people you are surrounding yourself with. Show them strength in your words. So the question is, how can you show strength? Okay, here we go, moving on. How can you show strength to the people you are with? Well, you can show them strength by talking about a difficult situation that you have overcame. Think about a time where something very tricky, something bad happened to you, but you tell them how you've overcame it, how you fixed this problem. In my case, I don't see problems as a problem. I see problems as a challenge. Because when you see things as a challenge rather than a problem, your mind will automatically think of solutions. Because if you think of a problem, what do most people do? They stop thinking. Oh, it's another problem. What do? They get away from that problem. They push back. Rather than moving forward, they kind of back out. They retreat, and they don't actually fix the problem. So whenever I see a problem, first of all, I see it as a challenge. And because it's a challenge, this is a moment for me to push forward, to find solutions in this challenge so that, I can win, so that I can win, so that I can, get it done and have a story to tell of the time I came out victorious. And this is what I do. This is what I like to do. I like to overcome things when problems arises. Challenges arises, should I say. So, shall I give you an example of a difficult situation that I've overcame? Sure thing. There will be times where people will kind of insult you or humiliate you for what you are wearing, right? They look at you and they'll say how different you look and perhaps, make fun of it. Make fun of what you are wearing. And you can simply tell them this. There's something called style, there's something called self-expression, and there's something called being free to wear what I want without having to worry about other people's opinions, something that you do not have. Instead, you go around judging people's for what they are wearing. But we take a look at your life, it's nothing but a mess. It's nothing but a place of self-hate in your reality where all you see is negativity in people's actions, especially successful people's actions. You don't see the good side in them, you always see the bad side in them. And because you do that, because you think about why they are a bad person, alright, without having to actually interact with them or studying their morals or their actual intentions, you make it seem like they are the bad ones, the bad guys. And when you do that, when you simply judge people by what they are wearing, you instantly become a bad person yourself, and you know this. Okay, that's one thing that you could say to someone who's like negatively judging you for what you're wearing. I mean, look at me, I'm wearing this shirt that's very different. People said, "Oh, are you wearing your mother's shirt?" No, bitch, I'm wearing my own shirt that I wanted. And I don't give a fuck what you think. So let me finish reading off the post. All they care about are themselves, their well-being, not you. And by talking to them in a state of weakness, they will not get you. They want to hear strength coming out of your words so that they can become better. So show them the strength in you, and they will see potential being with a great individual like you. Winky face and then a thumbs up. What are your thoughts? Comment below. And people actually did comment below, and they really genuinely, they gave me their genuine opinions. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Let's read out some of the things my people said, because I think you could really learn from it. I've also responded to their text, to their comments, so you could see what my solution for their problems are. Here we go. Chronicles MVs, shout out to you. She makes fine GMVs, go check her channel out. My type of pain is worrying about the future and wonder if I'll ever achieve what I want to do, like going to college, making a living online, writing a book, or just be in the same four-wall little box. And you know what? The fact that she mentioned worrying about the future was something I didn't think of, and I said that to her. Good point, Jazz. Didn't think of that. Now that you said it, it's usually fear that's stopping you from taking action for the future. The fear of what could happen if this thing goes wrong. Understand, fear is just a state of mind. Just do what it is you have strong desires of, and each day as you do it, you're getting closer to your goals, your desires. It's also recommended to find someone who's going towards the same path as you're going to. At least then you'll have company, a form of motivation to continue. And that's true. If you ever want to continue what it is that you like doing, your desires, you have to find someone, specifically a mentor or at least a friend who is just as motivated as you are in that field that you're going to. In my case, as a GMV editor, I surround myself with other GMV editors who are consistently uploading videos to their channels, okay? And by seeing their work, it motivates me to continue. So it's essential that you find someone who is in the same path as you're going to. Okay, Jazz, that's your name, Jazz. If you're watching this, yeah, I hope you understand. Okay, moving on to Emanuela Chan, love senpai. What the hell? Long name, but I love it anyway. This is what she said. I'm afraid to be alone. I'm afraid that people who are dear to me will leave me and never look for me again. I'm afraid that one day I will wake up from my bed and no one will recognize me anymore. Sometimes I'm afraid to be in the dark, and I'm afraid that people will let me be in the darkness, never telling me the truth. And I'm afraid of betrayal and bugs. But those are things I will never do. I forgive, but never forget. This is who I am. I've been in a lot of pain, but I still trying hard every day to be the best version of myself. And anime and GMV are my escape when it comes to feeling like this. I can't breathe to stay in my room, and I don't talk to anyone until I feel better. And then I say what I have in my mind, cause when I'm angry I'm afraid that somehow I will hurt the people beside me, and I don't want that. Apologies for expressing my lighter voice, trying to do your kind of voice, like how you'd sound like, but I'm pretty sure that's not how you sound like. Otherwise you sound like a fucking man, holy shit. Anyways, this is what I wrote to you. It's alright, my friend. When you're feeling lost and afraid, it's always good to find someone, a mentor, who is mentally stable to handle all the bullshit. Okay, it's essential that you find a mentor who is actually good at handling difficult situations like pain, because you want to be like them. You have something that you don't have. Well, they have something that you don't have, and that is the mentality for standing strong and handling what bullshit life has to offer you. Why do you think sometimes when girls get into relationship with their man, they see the man as the form of strength? Girls want that, a man who can handle shit in life, so that they won't end up ruining lives, ruining people's lives, ruining their own lives. There was this twat who commented on one of my latest vlog. Okay, she was criticizing my work, saying she was basically defending that guy who was being a creep to the girl we were with. I was telling a story about this guy who was trying to lend his jacket to her, but she was basically defending him, saying that I should be ashamed of it. But truly, guys like him are the source of criminal-like behaviors. Okay, to fully understand what I mean, go watch that video. I forgot what that video was entitled, but it's one of my latest. Right? Okay, if she didn't with that kind of attitude of that hater, right, that bully, it's because she doesn't have someone, okay, a mentor who's continuously helping her, making her a better person. But because she doesn't, right, she acts like she doesn't have a man, or if she does, she's constantly shouting at him, right, constantly bossing him around like a wuss. Then that's one way of figuring out if they are destroying people's lives. Okay, when they're constantly splurring out bullshit and hatred to other channels, other people's lives. And that was exactly what she was doing with that vlog of mine. I should be ashamed of myself. Bitch, you should be ashamed of yourself. You deleted your own comment after I blocked you. You should have seen it. Okay, I said I said something like, I blocked you, now you can't comment. But the comment was still there, okay? But a day later, it's gone. She removed it. Oh, what a insecure twat. Okay, let me continue with what I wrote. As for guys, they usually look for mentor who can train them to be better. And it's okay to get angry at your mentor. It's part of learning. Okay, it's okay for people to get angry at those who is trying to teach them. Because at first, Okay, at first their ideologies will not match up to their mentor, and they will sometimes rebel against it. Okay, and that's natural. It's natural for them to get angry at the teachers, at the mentors who's educating them. Without a mentor, it's the guy who ends up ruining lives too. Haha. So it's essential for a boy or a girl to find a mentor, someone they can look up to and want their level of mentality. I received 2 likes from that. 4 likes on Emanuela. But basically the comments goes on. You can go ahead and read them yourself. I'll post a link to where you could find it. You have to click on it and make sure it's on a desktop version. Mobile version doesn't work when you try to view it. Shall I read out one more? Alright, here we go. Emanuela, again, she said this: if I would be in a squad, I would like you to be the leader, because you have the heart of a leader and you know how to motivate people to be the best versions of themselves, and you inspire people, and I respect that. Thank you very much, Emanuela. You have a very, very kind-hearted intentions. Okay, you're a good listener, as you've mentioned like just yesterday. Thank you very much. All right, so to conclude, what is the lesson that I want you to take from this video? Well, if you want people to get you, to understand you, you have to speak to them from a place of strength, and you can do that by talking about a difficult situation that you found yourself in, but you have overcame it, right? And that's basically what I want you to learn from this vlog, to take with you and, you know, put into action. I don't just want you to think about it, I want you to apply it to your life, so you're slowly getting there towards self-development. As Emanuela said, she herself wants to develop as a person, and she's taken the right path by studying these things along the way with me, and along with my other friends too. And yeah, and that's it. If you learned something of value from this, go ahead, leave a comment. I appreciate every single comment that I receive in this vlog channel, and I'll be sure to reply to you and give you something that can make you smile. I don't know. Anyways, Clyde out, Vampire out. I'm gonna go out now before it gets too dark. Actually, I don't mind if it gets too dark. I can handle darkness. Ooh.